Hey, you guys getting everybody together for the next UFC fight? Want to get excited, want to get pumped, watching all that blood, that gore, that action? Well, you're going to get hungry, aren't you? And you're going to want some food. Why not some traditional Brazilian barbecue to go with those traditional Brazilian chokeholds? Silvio's Barbecue. It's in Hermosa Beach, California, and they've been voted the best barbecue in the South Bay for 3 years straight. These guys are phenomenal. Let me tell you some of the stuff they got going on here. Besides the fact that you can go down there and eat some really awesome food, they have catering also. And some of the packages they have are phenomenal. Like the Hermosa package, where they'll do kosher dogs, Angus burgers, and potato chips and fixins and all kinds of stuff. They got the Copacabana, where they'll do barbecue chicken, Brazilian rice, black beans, and an additional side. Their appetizers are amazing. They got shrimp and prawns and sliders. They also have traditional Brazilian appetizers. These guys will set up an entire party for you with entertainment and production. DJs, dancers, singers, stage, lighting, production, security too. These guys are awesome, and they have some of the best food around. You have to check out Silvio's Brazilian Barbecue in Hermosa Beach. They do in-house and catering. Their main phone number is 310-376-6855. I also have a 24-hour catering hotline. That's right, 24 hours. 310-217-7504. Now, you have to go to the website and check out their website. It's a phenomenal website. www.silviosbarbecue.com. That's www.silviosbbq.com. Check them out. Eat the food. Party with them. You will not be disappointed. They're down in Hermosa Beach on the promenade, seconds from the water. It's an awesome atmosphere besides awesome food. Check them out.
Let's start this up. Yeah, we're back. You can hear the music, and you're going to hear me talking to Kevin about a great story. Thank you, AT&T. So, I'm sitting there, and Kevin's shaking his head, and I go, "You're my lawyer."
Still in his suit.
Yeah, and he goes, "Okay." I said, his last name's Elsie. I said, "Yeah, you're going to be from the law offices of Elsie and Elsie." I said, "And if we have to go down there, if they ask for your card, I'm going to say no. They'll fucking charge me for that. You're not getting his card." Greatest thing that ever happened. The guy calls back a half hour later. "Oh, we'll have somebody there within about 45 minutes. And I said, "Well, thank you so much." And I was very, really business-like. Yeah. 5 minutes after he calls, I get a call from the tech. He goes, "Hey, I'm 15 minutes away from your house."
Over 2 years ago, right in this building, that John Jones.
Hey, Marianne, how you doing?
UFC history.
I got no table this time. It's not for me.
What he plans on being tonight.
I know. I told Mark I think it's punishment because I wasn't here the last time.
My partner is always Joe Rogan.
Hey, Marianne, this is my buddy Kevin. Marianne
is now on tap for us.
She's soon going to be one of the female fighters.
That is Chael Sonnen. And if you saw his speech at the weigh-in, you saw the beauty that is Chael Sonnen. John Jones is one of the most talented guys we have ever seen compete in the octagon. He is a true physical freak, but he's also a brilliant man. He's very intelligent, very disciplined.
Hey, have you seen Brian? No.
But Chael Sonnen, I believe, is the best wrestler.
I have a couple other people who are supposed to come down, but I haven't seen them yet.
He is also supremely confident, and all that trash talking can force a man into fighting emotionally, which is not a good thing.
Chael Sonnen will be all about pressure. John Jones will be all about keeping the distance and picking Chael Sonnen apart. Then, in our co-main event of the evening, Michael Bisping, longtime contender at middleweight, against Alan Belcher, who, when he is on, is as good as anybody at 185.
He absolutely is. Alan Belcher, at his best, is one of the best strikers in MMA today. And in the middleweight division, there's very few guys that want to stand
awesome fighter. Hey, you see that room over there? Yeah, that's the little kids' gym. That's where they do their martial arts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And right next to that, on this side, is a daycare center. This place caters, and ladies and gentlemen, when I'm talking to Kevin about this place, we're talking about the UFC Gym in Torrance, California. This place caters to every situation you might have, besides the fact that it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they have some of the best trainers that you could possibly ask for here.
All of our battles tonight, we are about to find out. In the light heavyweight division, National Wrestling Champion Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis, squares off with three-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World Champion Vinny Megalays. And in the heavyweight division, the always dangerous Frenchman, Chip Congo, battles vicious knockout artist Roy.
That's a big boy.
He looks like a pro wrestler.
I know. 236 pounds.
Brought to you by Modell Sporting Goods.
He also was one of the Ultimate Fighter coaches.
The Baltration. 3 5-minute rounds. Tonight's championship fight is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. A 10-point plus scoring system is in effect, with the round winner gaining 10 points, his opponent 9 or less, based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and octagon control. Tonight's UFC 159 is presented in high definition. Great crowd inside the Rock Prudential Center as we get things started in the UFC's lightweight division. Always hovering amongst the elite at 155.
There we go.
New Jersey's own Jim Miller will look to rudely welcome Strikeforce veteran Pat Healy back to the UFC. Two of the hardest working lightweights in the game today, Jim Miller and Pat Healy, always show up ready to fight when the bell rings. Tonight, it will be a war of steel and will when these two hard-nosed battlers collide in the octagon.
If Pat can handle the pressure I'm going to put on him, then, you know, we'll have a war. But
So how are their gloves different than boxing gloves?
Being violent and aggressive.
They're open so that you can grapple. They stop right about here, and the thumb is open so that you can grab on.
It's a 31-15 record of Pat Healy. And you may wonder
In fact,
who to be considered
it's right there.
lightweight contender. But it's no mystery to Pat.
So they're
an old school competitor who
the
came
purpose
up
of the
hard
glove
way.
is still to
result,
pad the
he's a
knuckles.
fighter's
So,
fighter
okay, so you're
who
not
won
going to go
6 straight fights in
breaking
Spreaker
skin
before
open.
getting the call
Oh,
to
yeah.
UFC
That still happens.
for the first
Oh, yeah.
time
Okay.
since 2006.
Tonight, I'm going to use my size, use the smart game plan, and wear Jim Miller down, and put him
He's
away.
been hit a few times.
New Jersey born and
A lot of guys you look at, you go, wow, you lead with your head, don't you?
Every time he steps into the octagon. Add in his elite talent level, and you've got a premier 155-pounder whose wins over Melvin Gallar, Charles Oliveira, and Joe Lozar have put him within striking distance of a title shot.
You know, I've done a lot of work in this division, and you know, I've beaten a lot of tough guys. I definitely think with a good performance, I'm going to leave a mark on people's minds, and you know, they're going to want a lightweight champ that goes in and puts people away, and that's me.
Here we go.
Healy, set to compete in the octagon for the first time since 2006. He is 14-4 since his last UFC appearance, 8-1 in his career at 155 pounds.
Very, very experienced against guys like Josh Thompson, Carlos Fodor. He's fought really high-level competition, the highest level competition that was available in Strikeforce, and he's a big lightweight at 6 feet tall, 155 pounds, cuts a lot of weight, but knows what he's doing.
What do you got there, Marianne? What do you got there?
Chicken salad.
Wow, that looks good.
He's also had so much experience in Strikeforce and
Hey, tell everybody where you got that from.
Silvianos?
Yeah, there you go.
UFC Fight Champions. 6-fight winning streak for Pat Healy, who was 7-1 in Strikeforce, and Joe was in line for a title fight against Gilbert Melendez. Melendez could not fight due to the shoulder injury. Healy's only loss at 55 in the last 3 years came to Josh Thompson, and how good did Josh Thompson look in his
That's a lot of times if you see a fighter in the corner in between rounds and they're cut open, one of the things they'll do is they'll put Vaseline.
He's one of the best in the world.
Stop the bleeding.
He lost to him in the third round, and there's no shame in that. And that was back in 2010. I'm sure Healy's gotten better since then, as has Thompson.
Healy with the third most wins in Strikeforce lightweight history. Utilizes his clinch largely to set up his takedowns and can be a tireless striker. Pat Bam Bam
What's the
Healy.
Venom logo? Is that clothing line?
Yeah.
They love him here at home. Jim Miller.
Here we go.
11 wins in his UFC career. He has won 9 of his last 11 fights. He is number 1 all-time with 11 victories in the UFC's lightweight division. BJ Edwards and Melvin Guillard have 10.
And he is a human highlight reel. This dude fights aggressively. If you saw the last fight that he had with Joe Lozon, that was one of the very best fights I've ever seen in my life. And Jim Miller put it on Joe Lozon in that first round. A lot of guys would have wilted under that. Lozon hung in there, and it became an amazing fight.
What's that? No, was there an earthquake?
Yes, it was.
I'm so used to it.
I actually heard it more than I felt it.
Really?
I heard because it was a jerk, and it hurt the house. Jerk.
Really? What time?
Right around. It was later, probably around 9 or 10 last night.
Really? Wow. Kevin, did you feel an earthquake last night?
Yeah, I thought somebody was breaking into my house.
Really?
Because I was just walking into the kitchen and I heard a noise and I didn't feel anything, but I heard noises in the house. I thought, what is going on here? And I didn't know what it was until I went back upstairs and looked at the computer and somebody had posted on Facebook that we had an earthquake. Me too.
I'm fucking jaded. I don't feel those things anymore.
PCS 4G LTE for all. Both fighters are 29 years old. Healy is 4 inches taller and will have a 3-inch.
All right, this should be a good fight.
To officially get this started, here is Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, we from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey for UFC 159. Presented by Metro PCS 4G LTE for all. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 31 wins, 15 losses. He's at 6 feet tall,
Really looks like a character from Lord of the Rings.
and 1/2 pounds. Fighting
A troll or something, right?
Yeah.
Bam Bam Healy!
I know you can see him with all that out.
Yeah, like horns and like a flat nose.
Yeah.
Martial artist, holding professional record, 22 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 100.
Jim Miller's ready to kick some ass.
Fighting out of Whippany, New Jersey, Jim Miller! And then to the names our referee guide, Herb Dean. Herb Dean will be our referee for this lightweight fight with beautiful Ariana. The lovely Brittany, our retired crew, back inside the block. Jim Miller. And Pat Healy. And
Here we go.
Black trunks for Pat Healy, blue trunks for Jim Miller.
All right. They start mixing it up right away.
The distance to try to take this down to the ground.
Yeah, Healy's closing in.
First, he will test the stamina of Jim Miller.
31 career victories for Healy, 22 as you saw for Miller.
There we go.
And Miller with that southpaw style,
Oh, nice
body. Throws a
Nice body
right
shot
up.
kick. Oh, Miller's taking it to Healy. Oh, nice left. Right in Healy's broken nose.
So far, he's timing Healy very well with that shot. He
Yeah.
under that.
Miller's here to fight.
Elbows too, Joe. As you mentioned, as Jim Miller worked his way